TikTok, in a nutshell, is a social media video sharing app where you are able to share vertical and horizontal videos. When you open up the app, it opens up to the For You page seen at the very top. The For You page is determined by the algorithm that is on TikTok with pages, individuals, videos, and searches that you have done in the past. That's what populates the For You page. If you tap on the following or swipe over to see the following page, you see videos of all of the user accounts that you follow on TikTok. At the very bottom, what you have is the home page, which opens up to it, which has the For You page. You can also do a search. You can search for different videos, hashtags, and sounds on here, and you can also see what's trending. Also at the very bottom with the plus symbol, you can upload a video, which we'll get into a little bit later. To the right of that, you have your inbox, which shows all the comments, likes, and your followers' live streams should they have that. Off to the right of that is your profile page. You can edit your profile, check your videos, you can check your metrics, and you can also edit pictures as well as links to your social media websites and get access to your settings. Going back to the home page, if you see off to the right-hand side, you'll see at the very top a circle which shows the profile in which this video originated from. To the bottom of that, you see how many likes or hearts that it got. Double tapping on a video hearts the video, and it will also show up on your profile under videos that you have hearted. You can also tap on the heart again to get rid of the heart. Below that, you have all of the comments to which you can comment and heart all of the different comments that are there. You cannot put links in the comments at this time. Down below the comment section, you can also share, which allows you to send this particular video to people who have allowed this to occur. You can share it to the various social media platforms or grab a link, and you can also download it to your camera roll should the user have set that up. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And then down at the very bottom of the share function, you have your sounds function, which you see the musical notes and it's spinning. If you tap on that, you can see the sounds that people have used this for on their own videos. So you have multiple ways of being able to get yourself known. You can get yourself known either through your videos, or you can get yourself known for the sounds, and that can include music on the different videos. And that is the general overview of the TikTok app. Once you set up TikTok, you'll be asked to create a user profile. As I have already done so, I will show you how I edit my profile, which will go over the general information that you will need when you create your own. I'll tap on Edit Profile. At this point, I am able to add a photo up at the very top, or I can add a short video. There are advantages to setting up a short video, as it will show up as a moving icon off to the right-hand side of all of the TikTok For You pages that show your video. It can get you noticed. It's pretty self-explanatory at this point. You can input your name, and once you do that, you can change it at any time. You can input a username. This is important if you want to set your TikTok page up as a brand or showcasing a particular product and or service. And it will show you your URL once you have set that up at the very bottom. As you can see, mine is a personal TikTok with Nagilam as the user page. You can set up a small bio, which will give you a character limit, and this is where you can set your link to your own personal web page or to a page that may have products or promotions. You can also set up an Instagram page and a YouTube page should you have it, and it will ask you to verify. Once people are on your profile, all they would have to do is tap on the little Instagram type of logo, and it will take you directly to your Instagram page or to your YouTube page. At this point, at the very top of your profile, just above the videos, you can see the grid where all of your videos will show up. I'll show you how to create videos and how to create the thumbnails for each one of those in a later tutorial. Once you tap on the hearts, it will show you all of the videos that you have double tapped your hearts on, and it will show up on your profile. This is not visible to the public, only to you. Off to the right of that, you have private videos where you can have all of these things show up in this area of your profile. Off to the very top, just to the right of Edit Profile and your links, you have your Favorites page. Now you can favor videos, and I'll show you where to do that whenever we go back to previous tutorials. You can favor videos, hashtags, sounds, and effects, using them at your disposal, and you can gain quite a library with all of these. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a video in TikTok. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to tap on the white plus symbol down at the very bottom of your screen. Now, what this is going to bring up is it's going to bring up a video of you, or in this case me, and it's going to show yourself, but you don't have to do a recording of this. You can upload a video that is on your camera roll that is no longer than 1 minute in length. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through the process of adding a video. Now, right to the very bottom of what you see below me, you have the different seconds. These are the times at which you can do. You can have them at 1x, which is going to record you at normal speed. You can have it slow down to 0.3x, which is going to get you a little bit slower, or you can speed it up to 3x should you want to do that. Now, tapping anywhere on the phone not only sets your focus, but it also sets your exposure. If I tap on my light shirt or my dark shirt, it's going to go ahead and set that up as a focal point. You cannot lock focus in at this point, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, off to the very bottom of the speed, you have the effects for which you can do, and we'll get into effects a little bit later, but you also have the recording. Now, once you tap on the recording, it's going to record. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Now I'm going to stop, and if you notice up at the very top, it gives you a progress bar that shows you how much video time that you have left in creating a video. Now, I've set it to the default at 15 seconds, so I don't have that much time. Now, if I didn't like what I did, I can go ahead and tap on the back arrow with the X off to the right of the recorder, and I can tap and get rid of that clip that I just did, and it'll ask if I want to cancel or confirm. I'm going to go ahead and confirm this. We're going to go ahead and do that. Now, we can, at the very bottom, we can switch it from 15 seconds to 60 seconds, which gives us a minute, or we can slide it over to use the templates that are there. And to get out of that, you can either tap on the X up at the very left-hand side, or you can slide it back over to 15 seconds. Now, we're going to keep it at 15 seconds, but I do want to show you something else. If you tap and hold on it and slide the recording button up, it will zoom in and zoom out as well. Now, I don't want to keep that, so we're going to go ahead and confirm and delete that clip. Off to the right of the recording button, it allows you to upload from your camera roll. Now, you have the option of being able to upload a combination of videos that equals the time that you have set up, whether it be 15 seconds or 1 minute, or you can upload, should you wish, you can upload multiple images, and you have to have at the very least 2. So I am going to go ahead and tap and select this one and this one. Now you can also tap on the image itself or the video itself and see if it's something that you would like to have. Let's say that you want to do images, and if you go ahead and do a slideshow. I'm tapping on the lower right hand corner to do a slideshow. It's going to process, and it's going to give you a transition on how each one of these do. Just below the slideshow that you are seeing, you can go ahead and add a sound, which you can go through and select the sounds that you have or anything that you would like to search for. We're not going to do a sound at this time. You can also select a filter, which gives you a tab where you can select a portrait or landscape or food or vibe. Once you select on each one of these, you have the option of sliding things over to see what you have access to, and you can select each one of these and see which ones you like. If you don't want to do any of these, you have to tap on the left-hand side of the tabs up at the very top, and you do not wish to have a filter. Now at this point, you can tap anywhere on the screen to get out of the filter setting, and you can also get into the transitional settings, which gives you the horizontal, which is going right now, or you can tap on vertical, which means that it will go ahead and do a vertical transition set. I'm going to go ahead and get X out of that. But let's say that I do not want to do pictures. I'm going to tap on the upper left-hand corner. We're going to discard this. We're going to confirm it. And then you can tap on any videos that you would have in your camera roll. And that can be in combination with the videos that you have as well. And we're going to go ahead and select that. And we're going to do the back arrow. So you can have a combination of video and pictures. Now, once you get done with all of that, you go ahead and tap on Next. Now you have an options of being able to do a sound sync, or you can set things up with the default sound that might be on there. Now this will come up since we have clips and we have pictures along with that. But I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and go back and get rid of all of these clips and just do a straight up video clip of recording myself. So what I want to do in this instance is, once I record, we're going to go ahead and record it. Hello, I'm Robert, and welcome to this Instagram tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's say that we're happy with this clip. Now I'm going to go ahead and tap on the red check circle at the very right, far right of the recording level plane. And at this point, it's going to keep going over and going over and going over this clip. You can put filters on your clip by tapping in the upper right hand corner. You can select all these filters just like you had on all this, and it gives you a bar should you want to add more or less of the filter. I'm not going to add any at this time. I'm going to tap anywhere on the screen to get out of that. You can adjust the clips. You can go and adjust the cutoff point should you wish. You can go ahead and do that and put it back. Once you've done that though, if you set the clip for that, you are going to have what you have. You can't go back and undo that, at least from that standpoint. You can go ahead and get into effects. You can get into all of these different things that you want. You can also do a voiceover on your clip by tapping on that and recording over the clip should the clip not have any sound or just have general music. Down at the very bottom of the left-hand side, you can see the sounds. Now, sounds include music or just general sounds. You can add a sound should you want, and you can tap on that if you want to do that. And then once you tap on a sound, should you want to do that, you go ahead and tap over to the right-hand side under volume, and under the original sound as you're recording, you can raise or you can lower it, and you can do the same thing with the sound that you have added to it. So let's go ahead and put the sound all the way down, and let's go ahead and do that. And that is, in effect, making a video. Now, if I don't want to do any of this and want to get out of all of this stuff, all I have to do is tap on the X in the upper left-hand corner. I can start over or edit or cancel. Cancel means that I stay right where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and start over. And we're going to go ahead and exit out of it. and we are back to our profile or home screen or our search wherever we left. And we'll get into the effects and adding music here in just a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do in this tutorial is I'm going to show you how to add effects and transitions in your video. Now, we're going to go ahead and tap on the plus sign, and we're going to add a video directly from our camera roll. So you're going to want to tap on the little icon right to the right of your record button. And you are going to have to tap on the video or videos that you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and tap on that and select it. Now at this point you can do whatever you need to do, but I'm going to go ahead and tap on next. And at the very bottom next to the musical notes, I am going to tap on effects. Now you have the effects and everything are in groups. You have, and you can see at the very bottom, you have visual, you have effects, you have transition, you have split, and you have time. Now, each one of these is going to give you some hints and things that you need to do to be able to make this stuff work. And some of these effects can work on bits and pieces throughout your video, or they work throughout just the whole video and you're not allowed to put on any effects. Now, the visual effects will work on bits and pieces of your video. Now, what you do to activate these is you press and you hold on any one of these effects. And I'm swiping to the left now and then swiping back to the right. Each one of these has various effects that you can get into on any of these things. You have several different ones that you can work from. But on the visual stuff, what I want to do is I want to do this neon effect that's off to the right, but I want it to happen near the middle part of this video. So we're going to move our scroll bar to that part of the video, and I'm going to press and hold, and I'm going to let go. Now, if I were to move this back, tap on play, you'll see that effect only work on that part of the video. Now what I can do is I can add another effect. And I can add, let's say, a smoke effect to that part of the video all the way to the end. So I'm going to press and hold, and then it's done. And then what we can do is we can move our cursor back and we can preview the video. And you can see that that works on just various parts of the video that we want. Now I'm going to tap once and I'm going to stop it and I'm going to bring this back. Now if we do not like anything in the visual effects, or we don't like an effect that we did and we want to do it over, we tap on that little undo button down at the very bottom of the scroll on your video off to the right hand side. Go ahead and tap once and then tap it again, and it'll get rid of any of the effects in the order in which you put them. You can add effects all that you want throughout each one of these things so that it'll work for different parts of your video. You can do this all the live long day, all the stuff that you wanted to do. And it will work where you have put them on the video. These are good little things to keep the audience's attention, especially if you're doing like a minute-long video. You can add these different effects, but you can undo them. And remember, you can only undo the effects in the order at which you put them on. You can't just undo effect number 3 or effect number 5 and not have all the rest of them be affected. Now, under the effects category, the effects that are here will work once throughout the whole video. You can't add anything more. So let's say that I wanted to do this long face effect on the video. So I'm going to tap on that, and all you have to do is just tap. You don't have to hold on the effects portion, and it's going to put just the effect over the whole video. Now if I tap on visual, I am not going to be able to get that stuff going because it'll take the effect right off of there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the big face on there, and we're going to go ahead and get back to the effects. Now if you don't want that on there, all you have to do is just tap again and it takes the effect right off. There we go. Now you can work in conjunction with different effects. Let's say I wanted to do the long face video. Yeah, makes me look so attractive, just so attractive. Okay, now let's say that that's there, but let's say that I wanted to go ahead and at the middle of this, I wanted to go into the visual and hold down on the neon and then let go. It is going to hold that visual just for that specific spot. So you can work in combination, but keep in mind the effect that you put in the area where you didn't do any of the visual effects, it's going to be affected. It won't last throughout the whole video. And see, I'm undoing all of this stuff. Now, transitions is just exactly what it is. It's transition between your video clip or video clips that you have, and you can do a bunch of these different things. So I'm going to put it at the very beginning, and I'm going to tap on one of these, and it's going to add a transition effect right there. Now I'm going to add another one, a turn off TV effect to the very end. And so if we play it back, and transitions work on the very ends of these videos. And I'm going to go ahead and undo each one of these. And they work at the very end. They work to, for the different clips that you might have, if you have multiple clips, it works in just the best way to do this. So you can go from one video clip to the other. And now if we go on split, now this is where you can add something like the effects that you would see here. This is where you can add it like you did on the visual effects. So I'm going to go ahead and do a split, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on this first one, and go ahead and tap on this one, and go ahead and tap on 4, and go ahead and tap on this one. So I've got all of these splits that I've got going on, and basically it's just setting up a split screen. So you can do all of these. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that, and let's put our cursor right about here, right whenever it gets to the 4, and do that the best you can. Let's go to visual, and let's tap on the neon, and as you can see, it put everything back where it was. So it'd be kind of a mess. So what you would have to do is go back to your visual and undo that, and then it puts it right back to where it was. Let's get that back to split. It puts that right where it was. Yeah. And looks like it got rid of all of those splits, at least from the standpoint. So you may run into a little bit of a hiccup with this. Now, from the standpoint of time, you have reverse, you have repeat, and you have slow-mo, and it's going to affect pretty much the whole part of the video. So I'm going to go tap and hold just for a specific part of the video, and we'll have that there. Okay, so let's not do that. And let's say that you didn't like what you had there, you wanted to get rid of it, go ahead and tap on none, and it'll get everything back the way that it is. Now, it's essentially, you got to play around with this stuff. You got to get your hands dirty. And I think that you are going to find out that you can do a mix and a combination of things that are going on within the different effects and different transitions and different splits and different things that you can do to make your videos stand out and to be able to tell a story. And if you're doing this for business, you know, to keep your customers there, using visual effects will keep your audience engaged and interested, along with providing great content. Now, let's say that you got everything done. Let's go ahead and just add a neon effect to all of this. Once you get done with absolutely everything, go ahead and click on or tap on save up in the upper right hand corner, and you will be able to add music or add any text or any of that stuff, and we're going to get into that with the next tutorial. Okay, in this tutorial we're going to talk about how to add sounds and music to your video. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you can do this, and I'm going to show you the way that a lot of people go about it. Here we have the video clip. It's in the last tutorial of my stuff from the library. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to add a music track to go along with this. Now, you can have music tracks and sounds that you can search for on TikTok, or you can have your own made up and put it with the video that you would have in your camera roll. But we're going to go ahead and do it the way that's found on TikTok. And I'm going to discuss how it's beneficial to really think about the sounds and music that you put up. So I'm going to tap in the lower left-hand corner on sounds. And what I'm going to do is I can do a search for a sound. I can go through all of the sounds that are here, or I can go through my favorites that I have tagged. And you can go through and tag your favorite sounds or background tracks that you have found on different videos. And you can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and add this one, and I tapped on it, which gave me the check mark, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on the check mark, which is going to add it to my video. Now, once I've got it added to the video, we're not quite done yet. You're going to go ahead and tap right next to the added sound. Right next to it is volume. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to boost your original sound up and take your music track down, or you can change it however you want. You can have the music track totally overriding your speech, or you can have it vice versa. But what you want to think about is this going to be able to be understood by the people who are viewing this video? Now, once we're done, once you get the sound that you wanted added either from your favorites or from search, once you've got the volume level set, go ahead and tap anywhere on the video, and then you're done with creating sound. Now, this is the thing that you really need to think about with regard to your sounds. You really need to consider the sounds can be optimized. Let me show you what I'm saying. In addition to your videos ranking on TikTok and people liking or double hearting your videos, in addition to all that stuff, they can also find you through your sounds. Now I'm going to go back to my home page, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on the spinning record down to the lower right hand corner, and you can see all of the sounds that have been associated with this. And we're going to go ahead and see more. These are all of the instances where this individual has used this sound. And you can see up in the upper left-hand corner of all this grid, you can see the original sound. And TikTok has just started doing this, and it may not show up on all of them, but it will show up on quite a few of them. But you are able to see all of the users on TikTok that have used this sound and have done lip syncs or dances or things like that. So if you are a musician, or if you are a business and want to create a type of vibe, think about the sounds that you use with regard to all of this stuff. And I really believe that if you start thinking about all of this stuff, thinking about your sounds, you are going to start gaining a lot of audiences. A lot of your audience is going to gravitate towards your account through your sound if it happens to be a very popular one that people go to. Now, I have a TikTok account, and it's basically private, but there is one sound on here. This is Emperor Palpatine, the Do It sound, and it's been played several times. Now, if I go on here, I can see one other person has used this sound for their video. Now, it's not a real popular thing, and this is basically a TikTok account set up for private just for fun, but it shows the power of it. You can find stuff and follow a channel not only from its videos, but for its sounds as well. So that is really something to consider whenever you're setting up sounds. You can get it from TikTok, or you can make your own and assign it to the video that you upload from your camera roll. Okay, we're back with another tutorial on how to add stickers to your video. It's a pretty simple process. We're back to this video, and I'm going to go in the bottom where you see stickers and the little peeled off emoji face, and I'm going to tap once on it, and you're able to add all of these different variety of stickers that you want on your video. You have your stickers, and you also have a plethora of emojis go on, and you can just put all of these throughout. Now, the nice thing about some of these stickers is that they are very interactive. Like, you can add a poll. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on the poll, and I'm going to go ahead and ask a question. Do you like me? Yeah, just like we're back in second grade. Yes and no. Once you're done with this, go ahead and tap on done, and you can move the sticker wherever you like. Now, you got to keep in mind with this, and we're going to get into this also with text. Anything that you add to your video with this type of stuff, either stickers or text, you want to make sure and avoid the top, the left, and the very bottom. Now, I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to confirm. I want to get out of all this stuff. We're going to get out of everything here, and we're going to go back to our home page. Now, if you look at this video, you notice up at the very top there is the For You and Following. Okay. There is off to the left, you have your sharing and commenting profile and sounds and double hearts and likes. And then down at the bottom, you have your caption as well as your hashtags and user as well as the sound. So you want to make sure that you avoid the areas and consign yourself to the real estate that is there. Now, if you look at this video, this individual has done stuff. Well, I should say, I thought he was doing stuff. I'm trying to find a video that allows you to do this. And see, this is a way of doing this too. You can set your video up as a 1:1 aspect ratio or a 4:3, and just find an app that allows you to have color backgrounds. That way everything pops and it looks really nice. But what you want to make sure is that all of the stuff, the main actions that you do, and all of the text, you'll notice all of the text, avoid these areas. On your creators that understand the platform, they avoid all of these areas that are taken up by the TikTok platform. Now, if you'll see up here, and it's not that big of a deal, but the text is starting to get into the real estate of the following and For You. You want to avoid this as much as you possibly can. So whenever you get into adding your stickers, make sure that you add your stickers to spots that are well within the real estate of the video, that don't take up the areas of your content that are important, but keep you out of all of the stuff on the far right hand side, the very bottom, and the very top. And see, this video does a good job. He did a 16:9 aspect ratio like you would see on YouTube, and it's all black up at the top and the very bottom. This individual can add stickers or text or anything that he or she wants and not get in the way of content. So you have to plan your content accordingly. Another interesting way and a very cool way of conveying information or entertainment or anything like that is adding text to your TikTok videos. You do the same thing that you would do in stickers. Now, you go ahead and tap on the text icon at the very bottom. Now, what it's going to allow you to do is just add your text. And it is not cool, but for the sake of this exercise, we're going to go ahead and add it. Now, once you've got this here, you have some options. You can go ahead and choose to have a colored background, and it will change as you change color. And I'm tapping on each one of these color dots down at the very bottom. And you can change all of that. But if you go ahead and tap on the A again, just above the color, it's going to change it to semi-transparent. And then it's going to take that background off altogether. but we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're going to stick it to red. Now, if you have longer text or multiple lines, you can do a center adjustment, or you can do left, or you can do right adjustment. And you also have the option of being able to change your fonts to classic. You can change it to typewriter, and you can change it to cursive, or this is cool, you can change it to that. But on some of these fonts, you're not able to have some of the options of the background color changing if you wanted to. As you can see that it dipped off of the red on that particular font. But you have these different type of texts. Now you can put in multiple text, but let's go ahead and work with this one. And we're going to go ahead and tap on done. Now again, what we want to do is we want to make sure and avoid the very bottom, avoid the very right, and avoid the very top. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right up here, and I'm going to take my 2 fingers, and while pressing down, I'm going to move it to where it's adjacent to this, and we're going to put it down like that. Now, this text as it stands right now will last throughout the entirety of the video. Now you'll notice in a lot of the TikTok videos, they will go ahead and have text that appears at the very beginning and then be done with it within the first second or two. And so what you want to do to affect the timing is you want to tap on the text once, and you want to set the duration. Go ahead and do that. And as you can see, as it stands right now, the text is over the whole video. But I'm going to take my thumb or my finger, you can use either one, and move it to a specific spot in your video and place it around there. And move it around. And now we're going to move this cursor back to the very beginning, and we're going to play the video by tapping on the triangle. And as you can see, it pops up and then it goes. Now, if you're satisfied with it, you can go ahead and tap on the check mark and go ahead and have that done. And if you're not, you can tap on the X and go ahead and re-edit again. But I'm going to go ahead and tap on it and change the text to where it appears at the very beginning, but we're going to go ahead and have it at the very end. And depending upon the size of your video, you won't be able to go very far. So I'm going to have it right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap on the check. But then I want to add some more text later on in the video. So I'm going to tap on the text again. And I'm going to go, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I'm going to have the background text. I'm going to have it blue, and we're going to tap on done. And I'm going to move this around, and I'm just tapping on the text and moving it around with my finger. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right over here. And we're going to affect the duration because I want it to appear after the cool text. So I'm going to tap on that and set the duration. And I'm going to move my line there, and I'm going to have it there. Click on the check marks. And as you can see, the text will appear that's there. Now, this is a cool way of adding a type of closed caption. And a lot of videos that you will see on the home page, we're going to get out of this because I don't want to publish that. A lot of videos that you will see on the home page will have text that is there, giving an indication of what this video is about. Now, if I go back home on my profile, you'll be able to see some of my videos have text that's on there, so that if anyone wants to take a look, they can see what the video is about or actually read what the video is about. But in any event, what you need to do is make sure that you have your text all planned out. And as you can see, this individual has text on specific spots. If you're going to do this, make sure that the text that is appearing at the very beginning of your video, make sure, or where you have your thumbnail at, and we'll discuss thumbnail creation here in just a bit, where you have it is going to be easily readable so that a person going on your profile can scroll through and they can find a video that they like. But make sure that it avoids the real estate area, the very top, the very right, and the very bottom. Make sure that your text is out of those things and out of the way of your content. So let's say that you got all of the effects, all of the stickers, all of the sounds set to your video. Now comes the part just before you publish that you want to add your final touches to your video. So what you're going to do is you're going to be adding a caption. Now, there are a lot of people who will ignore this, but captions are very, very important, but you do have a character limit. So if you're making a caption, think of it like Twitter, where you have like about 140 character limit. You want to make sure that the video caption encapsulates everything about your video. 3 to 4 words max, because you want to populate it with tags. Now, your captions and your hashtags are searchable within TikTok as well as Google, so you want to make the most of it. So with the description, let's go ahead and put up lightning strikes. Now, what you can do is you can go ahead and add emojis to it and add whatever you want to it. Now, it will make it stick out, but if you are in a particular niche, a very specified area, or you set up a personal channel and you want to do stuff, you want to make sure that your channel content is going to be the same, but your captions, if you're going to have any, and I think that you should, that they are going to stick out and differentiate yourself from others. So if everyone else is using the heart emoji, maybe you can use the heart emoji and have it green or blue or yellow or something that is different that is going to make you stick out. So once you have the caption, you need to add your hashtags. Now, hashtags play a very important role, not only in being able to group liked video, and you can have trending hashtags on TikTok as well, but it will tell the algorithm what your video is about. So you want to make sure that you have hashtags that are going to be popular but will also describe accurately your video, so that people doing searches for it and people who are on the For You page that may like lightning strikes or whatever content that you have will be able to have your content fetched for them. Now, you can go ahead and just start adding a hashtag, and it's a lot like Twitter. Once you start putting in a hashtag, it'll start narrowing some things down, and it will tell you how many videos use that particular hashtag. Now, it's a good idea to use a combination of specified niche hashtags that have like maybe 50,000 or 100,000 videos associated with it, and broad hashtags that may have several million or a billion. It's going to get that good combination of things going. So I'm going to go ahead and use lightning. But now what you can also use and see down at the very bottom, you can tap on that hashtag there, and you can see the hashtags that are hot or that are trending. Now, do not abuse the system. Do not put your video with something that doesn't make sense for your video. So dogs of TikTok, that is hot right now. Well, this isn't about a dog, it's about lightning. So I want to make sure that I use the appropriate hashtags. And whenever you scroll down, the more hashtags that you use, TikTok is going to start populating them in this bottom area that you have used before. So you're able to reuse them again. You can use it that way. So you can go ahead and do that, and you can also find a user and tag a user should you want to do that. But hashtags and captions are very important, because if you share this on Facebook using the share functions, your caption is going to be there, and you want people to be able to know a very brief synopsis of what your video is about. So let's say that you've got all that done. Now you want to select the cover. Go ahead and tap on the select cover, and you are able to select a portion of your cover that will show excitement in this, and you only get that brief bit. And ideally what you want to do is, again, if you're just searching around for different videos that fit your niche or that fit the area that you want to do TikTok videos. See what their cover art looks like. See what videos they're doing and replicate it, but make it different. You want to stand out. So you want to make sure that your cover is going to have some type of action going on. Now, if I go back and let's say we're going to cancel out of all this stuff. Yes, I want to get it out. We're going to get out of all this. If I go to this person's profile, you'll see some of them that have some movement. And this guy's using text, probably a little bit too much, but it's very easily readable. If you want to go ahead and look through that and look at this person's profile, let's get out of here and let's go back. Let's find another person. There we go. This is very good. You see that she has a particular theme going on. Pretty much her cover art looks about the same. And you can see, like with this one, her dribbling, there's some action going on right there. So my eyes are immediately drawn to that. So you want to think about and plan your particular thumbnails that you're going to be using. If you look at my channel, whoops, let's go back. Let's go back to my profile. If you look at my profile, and again, it's personal, but I'm trying to use a lot of that type of stuff where I'm wanting to get the attention of people who might be interested in my goofiness. But in any case, that's what you want to use. You want to think about your captions. Your captions need to describe your video very succinctly, what's going on. You want to use hashtags. Hashtags link your video to other videos that are alike, and they will grow your channel, grow your brand, any and all of that stuff. And they will also tell the algorithms what your video is about. You will want to use a good cover art, which is part of the video. So you want to think about the quality of your content. If you want to do brand recognition, you may want to think about the color scheme and how you shoot your video. Is it going to be close up? Is it going to be about trees? Is it going to have flowers? But what you want to do is kind of not what I'm doing here. But if it's a personal thing, it really doesn't matter. But if you go back on the home page for these people who are doing things right, her videos look a lot alike. They look very good features, very good things that are going on here, and they have a definite theme. And it shows because she has got a pretty good amount of followers, 1,839. I get the feeling that that is probably going to be going up. But if I look on my following page and look at some of these people, I am going to see a lot of the same stuff. This person is doing it right. Everything looks about the same. There is a theme, there is a brand that's going on here. And this individual has over 257,000 followers. Now, I don't know what he's doing with any of these things. If he's doing something, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that it is important to get your captions, your hashtags, and your cover art right. And this is a gamer. His channel looks like a gamer. But you get the idea. Okay, so just before you post your TikTok video, what you want to do is decide what you want to allow. Who do you want to see it? How do you want them to be able to work with your content? Now, just below all the hashtags and comments, or hashtags, captions, and thumbnails, you have the ability to set this to public, friends only, and private. So you want to tap on who can see this video, and the choice is, it's a pretty simple one. You can set it to friends, or you can set it to private, or you can set it to a public. Now, if you're a brand or if you're wanting people to see, strangers see, all of that stuff, well, you want to set it to public. But if someone who is not following you happens upon like a sound or something, they may not be able to see any of your content because you haven't been their friend or anything like that. So anyway, you can also set it up to allow comments, or you can tick that off. And you can allow duet. This is a great way to gain followers. More about that a little bit later. And this is the big important one, and one that needs to have a little bit of discussion. You can choose to save to device. Now what this means is that a person who is watching your video, whether they are a friend or not, if they like your video on the For You page, they are able to download and save your video onto their camera roll. Now let me show you what it's going to look like on both ends. We're going to go ahead and get out of all of this. Now, if I go to the home page and tap on the share icon, he has 202 shares. If I tap on that, he has allowed me to save this video to my device. In addition to posting it to all these different social media outlets and to people that are up here, he has allowed me to save the video. So if I tap on that, it will take a little bit of time to download. And then I can upload from my camera roll to Messenger, to Facebook, or whatever. But if I go ahead and click on Done and get out of the camera roll and get out of TikTok and go to my camera roll and find him, I'm going to see all of the stuff that he's put out, including the sounds and music that he may have put on there. But the neat thing about it is that it brands his video. It shows that it was made on TikTok, his username, as well as at the very end of his video, it will show a profile view. Let me show you. And you see the branding that's going on in the upper left-hand corner, and then the lower right-hand corner. And then once it is done, go ahead and fast forward. We're getting near the end. You will see his brand name right there. So it's a way of taking that stuff off. Now, this is the thing that you have to understand about allowing people to download. It is a two-edged sword. One, they're able to upload your content with your name and your user account on different platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, YouTube, all of that stuff. And if you're fine with that, that's fine. But they can also re-upload it to their TikTok and they could get the views and you could not. They can even market your sounds and reuse your sounds. And that, my friends, is a way of stealing. But that is the thing that you have to take into consideration if you are going to allow individuals to download your content. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, they really can't stop, if you do a screen recording. This is true, but you have to ask yourself, when you get on this platform, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to have my content taken at one point or another by somebody, and they're going to upload it, claiming it to be theirs or utilizing it for their stuff. You just have to accept that. If you can accept that and you're fine with that, then go for it. Allow them the ease of downloading your content and uploading it to their social media stuff. I have done that with a lot of people. I have not chopped off or tried to get rid of any of their stuff. And there has been people that I have favored on TikTok that has followers because of myself and other people who have done the same thing and have uploaded their videos to their individual social media platforms and has gained them some following. So you got to ask that, and you are allowed that choice. So I'll leave that up to you and choose wisely. Now, I know a lot of people want to gain followers on this platform. They see that as the end all and be all of things. Now, gaining followers is cool. You gain a loyal following of people that are into the stuff that you're into, your humor, the things that you love, all of that. But whenever you make your videos, no matter what it is for, do not think about, okay, will this video get me followers? That has a little bit to do with it, but it shouldn't be the whole thing. Make quality, engaging content, personal content. But having said that, let's go ahead and look at how you can gain followers. How you can gain followers is just as easy as it is in normal life. When you find a video that you like, go ahead and do a double tap. Like this video. Go ahead and write a comment saying that, you're awesome and things like that. Get engaged in the community. And if you have the option, another way of getting followers, if the person has allowed it, is doing a duet. And that is a really cool thing. And if they have allowed that on their videos, and if you saw in a previous tutorial, you can allow that in your videos that you put up, and I would highly suggest it, is that if you duet the video, your name will show up at the bottom of their duet. It will show up on their page, but you will be given credit and a direct link to your video and to your profile. So all you would do is on your side, you would tap on duet, and then you would have a side-by-side, and you would record your responses, record your stuff to the cat video, and you would be able to add different things. And of course, this video is going to show up on my channel, but it is going to have their work that's there. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this duet. So I'm going to tap on that. Oops, let's backtrack. You got to hold down. We're going to confirm. Oh, look at the little, oh my gosh, that's a cute little kitty. Oh, yes, it's a cute kitties, yes. Okay, and then once you're done, you go ahead and do your thing. You can adjust your levels. You can do the original sound if you wanted to. You can do a voiceover, or you can add your different filters and all of that stuff. You can do all of these different things, and then tap on next. And then you can see the duet. It's got the hashtag, and it's got the individual's username that is there. Now you can allow comments, you can allow duet, and you can allow to save to device. You have those options on your platform that is there. You can also publish to Instagram if you wanted to do that, or you can publish to your Instagram stories, which will go on your Instagram account should you decide to link that up. But in any case, the original artist is given credit where credit is due. You can also add your hashtags, and adding appropriate hashtags will allow you to not only be seen with this artist, but also be seen with the right hashtags, and could increase your following. But the whole thing that we have to keep in mind is we need to think more about just outright engagement of people like you normally would. People can smell a faker a mile away. Engage with people that you really like their video content. Engage with all of these people. Ask them questions, ask them, what's going on. And yeah, you're going to encounter some jerks. You're going to encounter a lot of people that just won't write you back or won't follow you back. But don't worry about that. Gain followers by creating good stuff and by engaging with the community, and you are going to find that a lot of people will start following you back, especially if you find that right niche and that right passion that you want to do and want to convey to other people. You are going to find that your following will grow over time, or it could be very immediate. But just be honest and treat this thing like it's fun, because TikTok, it is fun. It is very fun. We're going to talk about pro versus personal accounts on TikTok. Now, everyone, once they've set their TikTok profile up, they have the option of being able to upgrade to a pro. Now, there's no cost. There is nothing really new. The only thing that it gives you is it gives you the options of analytics based off of your profile and your videos, as well as the option of one day being able to brand yourself and partner with other businesses with your profile. Let me show you how you get there. And I've already set mine up for the pro account. So you're going to tap on the three little dots in the upper right hand corner, you are going to go to the Pro Account section, which is located near the middle. Now, what you have here are two different options. You have your analytics. Now, analytics give a brief overview of like your video views, your followers, and your profile views over the last 7 and 28 days. These are going to be very important, especially if you are branding a business. They're going to be very important in showing you what is working. You can go over the last 28 days and see what is going on with each one of these, and it will give you insights. Now, they're very generalized insights. If you've been on YouTube, it's not going to be as detailed as YouTube is, but yeah, it will give you some insights with regard to this. As far as the overview, you also have your content. It will show you what the last 5 posts have done, as well as trending content on your channel. So it allows you to be able to take a look at what is working and to start creating more video content that will work for your particular niche marketplace or for your TikTok channel. And then you can go into your followers. Now, the followers analytics will not activate until you get 100 followers. And then from there, you can see what your audience or people who are following you have engaged in once your account has reached that threshold. So you're able to look around and see what they are liking and then craft your video content based on what they like and start growing your audience in your marketplace. But in any case, that is all that it is. Very short and sweet and to the point. And I would suggest that if you have a TikTok account, that you immediately go up and set it from personal to pro account. Privacy and settings can be found on your TikTok profile by tapping on the 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner. So go ahead and tap once on those, and you are going to see a plethora of account settings and all of these things that you have. Now, we're not going to go over every single one of these. I'm going to leave it on your own to take a look at each one of these. But probably first and foremost is managing your account, and you want to go ahead and put in any and all contact information, setting up your privacy and your settings on each one of these, and going through all of these to see how you want your TikTok profile account to be relatable and to be seen by the public. Now, you can go through all of these on your own, but I'm just telling you that this is the hub for absolutely everything, even setting up a new account and also adding money so that you can tip people through their videos. And this is the neat thing about TikTok, what you can do. You can add money by adding coins, and for people who have enough followers to go live, you can go onto their stream or their video where they are live, and you can give them coin, which has an exchange rate into real dollars. So this is another way of marketing yourself, being able to gain followers, and being able to get your message, your product, and your services out there. But all of this is set up in your settings and privacy area of your TikTok. So I would spend and hollow out some time just to go over all of these things. If you take a look at my profile, and you will see it on your profile once you set up a TikTok account, you will see what looks like a little ribbon off to the right of the edit profile and your social media sites that are external. If you tap on that, you can see any and all of your favorites that are there. Now, what you do when you want to add a video, a sound, or music, or effects, you add them to your favorites. So if I go to mine, I can take a look, and I haven't added any videos to my favorites yet. But I can go ahead and I can add hashtags to my favorite, I can add sounds, and I can add effects so that I can use these at any time whenever I create a video. Now, favorites by default are set up for you and you alone. you are the only one that's going to be able to see this. So if I go to my home page and take a look at this user, I am not able to see her favorites at all. Now I can see her likes, but she has set them to private, and you do have that option on your personal profile to be able to do that. But if I check down through any and all of these, I am not going to find any evidence of favorites. Favorites from the standpoint of you as a personal account or as a business account allow you to be able to set up videos, songs and sounds, hashtags and effects that work for you. If you have a song or sound or effects that work or that you have a favorite of, you can set those up and reuse them at your discretion. Now for business owners and for persons who want to set up their TikTok account so that they have a massive following, hashtags are going to be the thing for you to go. And you can set up your favorite list of hashtags so that you will always have them and always be able to see how things are trending on each one of these and see what video content is able to attach itself to, well, the hashtags. But favorites are there for you to curate video, sounds, hashtags, and effects that you enjoy, and they are private. Only you can see them. The search feature allows you to search for trending hashtags, sounds, videos, users' accounts. It is a nice one-stop hub for everything that is on TikTok. And you'll see at the very front of the home page, you can see all of the trending hashtags that are going on and be able to explore them and find out if you can fit within that particular niche, either for your business or for your personal account. And it's a real simple process to do. So what you can do is just tap on the search bar and you can see all the searches that I've done. But let's say we want to take a look at cakes. So it's going to give you all of the searches that are there, but you have categories up at the very top. You can search for the top videos that are going on with regard to using cakes within their caption or their hashtags, or you can look for users. You can look for videos, you can look for sounds, and you can also look at particular hashtags to see what they have in there and the amount of number. Now, all of this is really good to do before you go ahead and start creating your first video campaign on TikTok. The reason why I say before, especially with regard to hashtags, and referring back to a previous tutorial, hashtags give the algorithms on TikTok an idea of what your video is about. So in this instance, I can find all of the things, all the hashtags that are doing well related to cakes. And whenever you do a search result for your particular niche, you want to make it as broad as possible. So I have cakes here, but let's say if I'm a business or a person that does birthday cakes or wedding cakes, I might want to go and look through the hashtags related to that. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one and see how this is related. Now, I have about several million on this hashtag, but what I want to do is I want to explore and see what each one of these videos are looking like. See if it fits the type of content that I'm doing. Now, right off the bat, I can see instances of cakes, of pastries being done. The colors are very bright. They're very bold. There are some people moving around. But whenever we get into this, what I am not seeing, I'm not seeing very many people. So there's a dude right there. Okay, what does he have to do with cakes? And I'm just going to keep on scrolling on. Now there's a girl there with a fork in her mouth. Okay, hey, if that's working for him, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that the vast majority of videos that are related to this hashtag show cakes. So you want to plan this campaign very well, and you want to make sure that what you are doing is going to fit and work your video so that it fits within this hashtag and is tappable. This one with a rainbow cake, and this is going on and popular right now, so I would tap on that and see what's going on with this. Now, as you can see, the text is there. We have all of these different things that are going on, and this particular video has quite a few hearts, quite a few comments, quite a few shares. They're using sound, and this is of course a Dairy Queen account, it looks like, so they're doing all right. But you can do just as well as the big brands out there. And if you find a hashtag, or going back to our search results, if you find any of these that you want to use, and let's tap on cake. If you want to use this sound, you can immediately start doing your video by tapping on the very bottom, use this sound. And you will notice on the hashtags, if you tap on any of these, you can tap on the video and that hashtag will show up at the very end of your video, where you would put your caption in. And then of course you can import more captions or more hashtags if you wanted to. But it gives you the options of being able to utilize all of these things. And you can take a look at all of the different videos that are going on with regard to cakes. Now, this is why it's important to set up not only a good hashtag campaign with regard to finding them in search, but also getting into the captions. You can see how the captions work to give a better description of all of the videos with regard to this. And then you can take a look at the users. So for cakes, you can find out what the users are doing, and you can take a look at and I hate to use this, but it is right, take a look at your competition. See who is there and who is killing it. So for cakes, I want to take a look at this top person because they have over 52,000 followers. So I'm able to take a look and see, is this a cake channel, or is this person doing well because they have cake in there? So you take a look, and that's what the search feature allows you to do, to be able to see and search things that are working with regard to sounds, hashtags, users, video, and the like. So you need to utilize this after you've created your profile, or I would even say before, to get an idea of where you want to go and what you want to do and the type of video content that you have up. Now, if it's just a personal account, then just go to town and find a search and do all those things. But if you're doing a hashtag search, you want to make sure that you use the proper hashtags for the content. You just don't want to arbitrarily throw up a hashtag like dogs trending or anything like that just to get yourself seen. It doesn't work, and they will trounce on you down the road. But that is the search feature. I would highly suggest that you use this first. When you open up your TikTok app, the first thing that's going to pop up is the For You page. So if you tap on Home, you're going to see this here. Now, these are all of the videos that the TikTok algorithm, based upon the videos that you have double tapped, you've hearted or liked or whatever you want to call it, on the user accounts that you are following, on the comments that you've done, on the shares that you've done, the algorithm has said, you are going to like these videos. Now, I'm going to tell you from the jump, when you go to your For You page, after you have set up your TikTok account, you are going to see probably some stuff that you would not normally like. The first time that I set this up, I got a bunch of teenage girls dancing around in their sports bras. Now, I did not care for that. So I went ahead and did a search because I knew how the algorithm worked. I went ahead and did a search and found stuff that I liked, started commenting, started sharing, started double tapping, started following users, and the For You page changed rather drastically. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to get some stuff in here that I am not going to like, but if you are on your For You page, you can go into the share and you have the option of tapping on that broken heart, not interested. So what that's going to do is you're not going to see that video pop up, and you're not going to see like videos pop up. So you can be active on that end of crafting your For You page for your interests. And it also, if you're a business, That's cute. If you're for a business, you would be able to see what your competition is looking like on the For You page. But in essence, how it works is that once you upload a video that you have created and captioning it properly, doing the right hashtags, using the sounds and things like that for trending and things like that, but it's going to base it off of your captions and your hashtags, and it is going to throw your video out to people roughly around 1,000 or so that are going to be interested. They're going to cast a net pretty much. And what that is going to do is that once those 1,000 people have your video, if they engage it, share it, comment, double tap to heart it, if they do that and there are enough people and there are enough views, you are going to have that shared out to roughly 10,000 people. And it keeps growing and growing and growing. So what you want to do is you want to create quality content, consistent quality content, properly captioning, properly tagging, properly doing all of these things so that it gets to the right people, and slowly but surely you're going to grow. Now you can have a breakout video that a lot of people see, a lot of people like, a lot of people enjoy, and it's going to get thrown out to a truckload and they are going to like it. They're going to start following you and your channel could grow. And I've seen it personally. It is just incredible. I've seen the channel grow from like 5 followers to 45,000 followers overnight. It is just incredible what this platform can do. And I don't even need to tell you what that means for your business if you have stuff like that going on. But you'll see it in their profiles too, in other people's profiles. You'll see videos that have like 4 or 5 likes and about maybe 100 views. And then all of a sudden you'll see one video that's just breakout that has like 50,000 views, 100,000 likes and 800,000 comments and such. But they understand what that is. And that's how the For You page works. Now, contrary to popular opinion, if you hashtag FYP For You page or anything like that, that does not get you on the For You page. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, you doing that is going to set the algorithm up against you down the road. So be patient, craft quality content, caption things properly, hashtag things properly, and be patient. And if you do your due diligence, you're going to have a breakout video. And do not delete old videos. Those old videos show up on the For You page too. And you could have a video that you made several months ago that's a breakout video and all of that. So you need to also think about making evergreen content, meaning content that doesn't have any time expiration. News articles and things like that, that is not evergreen. But if you do like dog videos like this will last forever. Everyone's gonna think this is funny and cute. If you do educational videos that are long-term educations like with regard to health or anything like that, you can have an old video of yours that could be a breakout video that's still relevant and could break out. But that's how the For You page works. Don't manipulate it. Don't worry about getting on there. Just do your campaign, do your marketing campaign, create good content, properly caption and hashtag everything, and you never know. You could be one of those overnight successes. I've seen it happen so many times, and it can happen to you.